Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the series that no one gives a fuck about, including Saba. She's muted,
I care
so
about
she can't...
this game a lot.
Not true.
This game is great.
Saba
this
doesn't
game
even
is
watch
fantastic.
the VODs, so she doesn't even care.
Talking about, but it seems like a lie.
Okay. So, last we left off, we had done what I kind of felt was just like, I don't even know. I feel like we just finished Act 1 of the game, which is a little scary for potentially how long this game is. The long and the short of what happened is that this magic ritual called the Feast of Shadows has been cast over the city, which is allowing all of these like ancient curses to manifest at night.
But it's technically morning now.
Well, it's not even technically morning. It is literally morning now. But the like struggle of the game has now shifted to, instead of it being about collecting enough soul dregs in order to revive like a person from the afterlife, now we have to inadvertently prevent this serial killer from allegedly killing like a lot of people all at once tomorrow night. And it is presently, or I guess tonight, because it is presently morning. He has one-sided read. Yes.
Yes.
He has one-sided read, and we're also like 99% sure it's the janitor.
Oh, and we've met a crazy girl. We've discovered who that girl is who's been following other people around. Yeah, the girl who's following the foot washing mansion at first.
Oh, yes, the one who's actually like a terrible, shallow person.
Who's like a psychopath? Yeah.
Yeah, she's like
scary.
Well, I would say like sociopath. Because it's like, she's not insane. She just doesn't give a fuck about anybody other than herself. Like, she's horribly narcissistic. I thought you were talking about the delinquent girl, because that's another...
No, Mio's pretty cool.
I'm about to say, wait, no, Mio's different. Mio is the occult high schooler.
What is her name then? We sure it's not Mio?
Yes, Saba. It was... Oh, that's the...
Ayame?
Her, Hitomi.
Hitomi.
I love Mio,
too.
It wasn't Mio? You know, the character that you voiced for multiple hours?
For forever. But,
all right. Back to the cops. Let's go. Time to stop a serial killer? Question mark.
So the last thing we did was just like talk to her, right? Ayume, whatever her name was. That was the last thing we did, right?
No, Saba. Why did you delete like the last 2.5 hours of the last stream that we did? The last thing we did was talk to Hitomi.
I don't know. It's okay. It was her. It was so much talking that, you know.
We spent 2.5 hours talking to Hitomi. The fucking final chapter that we did was with Yako or whatever.
Okay. And then so we got stuck. It's been a while, okay? I need you to give me a break.
It's your fault for having shit pulled out of your face. That's not my fault. All right.
It's true.
So I wanted to take a minute to see if we can recall, either by name or just through association, who has each of the curses so far.
Yeah.
Whispering Canal, I still believe is the businessman.
The henchman.
I still believe it. You know what? Business henchman. That's a great name for him. Fool's Procession is Yako, right?
Yeah. Yako's got that. Beckoning Light.
Beckoning Light. I don't know. Do we know?
We don't have any information on this, so I don't think we have this.
That's a different one? No, you're right. We haven't seen it yet.
The Beckoning... What did the scholar who made the thing have?
The scholar who made the thing, he had Evergreen Beach.
He's got...
So Haunted Clappers, by the way, is... God, I just keep calling her MILF Lady, but what's her actual name?
Haraway, I think.
Haraway, thank you. So Haraway has haunting clappers. Evergreen Beach is the old detective. I believe his name is Tetsuo, I think. The Taiko, I know we haven't seen yet, so that's two that we definitely have not seen.
Watching Mansion is in our hands now. The detective.
We do have the Foot Washing Mansion, and that was in the hands of Seinfeld. One-Sided Read is the serial killers, obviously. Ever-Burning Lantern was in the hands of the professor, remember? And then we took it from him.
It's in our hands.
So it's in our hands now. So Taiko. So once again, I'm pretty confident with the Whispering Canal, right? But the Taiko and the what you calls it, the Beckoning Light are the two that we do not know yet. I believe Hitomi has one, and I believe that Narcissistic Lady has the other, Ayame. That's just my thing, because those are the only other two characters that have actual art.
We are missing one person in terms of like the cast of characters, but we haven't met them yet. So.
Oh, you talking about the cover art of the game?
Yeah, as you said, you're probably thinking
I'm pretty sure that's the director of the Paranormal Agency, the Bureau of Paranormal Activity. All right.
I think this is me.
Yeah.
Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information.
Took you long enough. Anyway, I'm gonna turn away from you real quick. Oh, I can't even turn all the way. Oh, right, because these are the guys that actually found Shogo's body. Okie's body. Okay. We've got ourselves in quite a mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need help looking for Yoshimi and Najima. Who's Yoshimi?
I think that's the guy, maybe the serial killer.
No, that's Najima.
I think this is other name. That's Najima.
Saba, can you focus like at all? Did they pull out some of your brain too?
Presumably. And stop being rude, okay? I'm bad at names.
How are you? What are you talking about?
I am bad at names, okay?
I am bad at names. I think Yoshimi, isn't that the cop who died of a heart attack?
Don't know. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Just what you fucking said, isn't it Yoshimi?
I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can neither confirm nor deny? I don't know anything. I took a 2-week break and now suddenly the whole game has evacuated my mind.
Evaporated
I will
from
continue
my mind.
to pollute Zach's brain with false information and then get mad when he says that I'm wrong.
Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info.
Sorry. Oh, just giving you a hard time.
Let me fill you in.
Oh my god, is it a lot? Thanks. The floor is yours.
Let me fill you in.
Oh my god.
It's a lot.
Alright, Yoshimi is definitely the cop. Alright, let's start with the serial killings.
A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one. The young man we found here.
Shogo Okie.
He has been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. Poor dude. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. You know, he drowned.
To be fair, I can understand why they would have phrased it that way, because he is just out of the water. So it would be kind of weird to be like, yeah, he drowned. Wasn't he sitting in the middle of a park? Like, yeah, that's true. He drowned in the middle of the park. Hell yeah, video games, I'm the best. That's not possible. It's got to be a curse we're dealing with there.
About that, boss. Isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries, too?
Yeah, the Whispering Canal.
Jesus Christ, look how many there are. That's right, the Whispering Canal.
I mean, there was an odd number of curses, but isn't it kind of weird that there was an extra space there that was just, like, vacant?
Yeah.
I guess what I mean to say is that it would really hurt me if like there was actually a secret like other curse this entire time. I'd be really annoyed.
Maybe it's the Rite of Resurrection itself. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, no, because the Rite of Resurrection's a lie, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be like a weird thing. It does seem that there'd be a link between a canal and death by drowning, don't you think?
Sharp thinking, Eero. You're starting to get the hang of this. So, let's assume they're related. What's next?
I like the idea. Is like you're starting to get a hang of this. Is like, yeah, I was hired. I wouldn't have been hired if I didn't have like
hang of the paranormal stuff.
Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamizawa.
This is the ever burning lantern or never burning lantern, right?
The victim has been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well...
Yes?
The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force.
Oh my god, the taiko drum.
I don't know. Oh, like someone...
Oh my god, do you think that's why that tower gets to have a nice taiko drum instead of a giant massive wood block because it fell out of the tower and crushed somebody?
That is...
Well, we found the taiko drum, which then leads me to believe that the beckoning light is the thing that gives you a heart attack.
Maybe it's something so horrific that you see. Maybe no murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one.
You mean like a giant wood block? Hang on. Are you saying she was stepped on?
Stepped on?
What the fuck?
Stepped on?
What the fuck?
I don't think the beckoning light doesn't make sense for stepped on.
Foot washing mansion?
Well, no.
But they said stepped on.
Stepped.
So
I still want to go with your thing.
I still think it's the taiko drum. Well, actually, that being said, I guess do we actually know how the foot washing mansion kills somebody?
Yeah, you hear wash.
Kills by crushing when one hears the command wash. So it's the foot washing mansion.
I guess we never actually discovered how foot washing mansion kills people, you know?
Yeah, we just know how to stop it.
Yeah, we just know we die by it, by hearing it. Exactly. Crushing is the foot washing mansion's modus operandi. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the Seven Mysteries. But don't we have it? Was this before we got it? This would have been
before, probably. Because remember when we were playing as Okie and we killed Seinfeld? He had like 6% soul dregs on him or whatever.
Yeah, I think he was killing innocent people, right?
Well, no, I think he killed one innocent person, and then his soul was worth 5%.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think he tried it, realized like, this feels bad. You know?
You think?
Then this is Namagaki's doing? Shit, I knew he'd used it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs.
Got it. And for the third victim...
this is the falling.
He was identified as Kohei,
like teacher.
Yeah, Kohei Jinoichi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High.
Remember, it's John. Remember we were there late at the school, and Hitomi said she saw him, and it was like he suddenly. It was as if he fell from a great height. Yeah, he was found
in the school's courtyard. Yeah, we think that...
I'm 90% sure it's full
Michio
possession.
Or whatever was possessed by...
Yako was possessed by Michio, yes.
Yeah, and then...
Because Michio is the one who allegedly died of suicide, whereas I believe she used the curse on herself, maybe? Or had it taken away somehow? I don't know.
Something happened, that's for sure.
Something definitely happened.
cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building.
A teacher dying at school. And not just any school. Komagata houses one of the 7 mysteries. Fool's Procession, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the one that appeared there. Right! It's where the Fool's Procession is supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. I see. Either way, it seems all 3 victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries.
There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. It's okay, no. But you've got a point. Dang. All these strange deaths do point in one direction.
Ow. Sorry, I hit myself. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either.
Jin!
Ow, okay. Keep on hitting my funny bone! Ow! You
don't have a funny bone in your body, shut up.
I already said the line.
He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated.
Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? Okay, that's interesting.
That's a thought.
Oh my god, are we gonna drag other stuff?
If that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a cursed stone.
Okay, Pout.
There aren't many people in this day and age who can do something like that. It's hard to do the fucking pursed lips while also doing the deep voice. Fucking sucks.
Oh, really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff.
I'd be more surprised if you did. Okay. Fucking okay. Oh god, that was one. We're gonna be here forever.
Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night.
But we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found.
Yikes! I hadn't thought of that.
But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own cursed stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out.
Oh, that's great news. So basically we're safe during the daytime?
Exactly. It's also likely Najima gave us till dusk.
Why?
Or likely why Najima gave us till dusk. Oh, right, because the sun goes up and he's just like sitting there, tapping his foot, like, fucking, come on.
I'm gonna murder people.
Why can't it be winter?
Why can't it be? Yeah. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day.
Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flushed out the other curse bearers.
Aye, boss. Let's do this. Okay, good. That was only 2. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namiki, I was right, had the foot-washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi has the ever-burning lantern.
The professor?
Yep. We got both of their curse stones. And then there's Najima, who claims he's got the one-sided reed.
The janitor. Yeah, that about sums it up.
It hasn't been confirmed that it's the janitor, but
it's the fucking list. Oh, and it fucking points because it's now Tetsuo.
Oh, because now we have it, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
So we don't know Taika, we don't know Beckoning Light, and we technically don't know Whispering Canal. It's either business henchman or his boss. So just remember that.
Better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, did that, where was that?
I think it was here.
Known curse bearers? Yo, that's sick, because we know, but they don't. My brain, farted for a second. Missing?
Yeah, there's 3 missing, but we know 2 that they don't.
We know Harue and Yako.
Yako,
That's really fun. Because I was like, wait a minute, there was only 3 sets of question marks there. There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Najima may lead us to other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there.
Yeah, boss. Sounds like we got our work cut out for us. I asked around Sumida's Community Safety Bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. Seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi.
Yeah. Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that.
He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide, looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up.
Huh. What's the evidence?
Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of the building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but...
But he thought there was more to it?
Yes, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful like a... Oh.
Tom, we already knew this.
No, I mean, obviously, it literally makes sense. But did we ever think that she could have been hit by a car instead?
Wouldn't
like someone purposely killed her?
Okay,
like this?
Potentially, I guess, because they never, because this is what they show us every time when they talk about her death or whatever. For me, when I think of what it looks like when somebody gets fatally hit by a vehicle. This would have to be an enormous vehicle or a bus, right?
Yeah.
The blood...
Oh my god, Truck-kun?
Shut the fuck up. She did not get isekai'd. I will deem her... I will deem it death by isekai, though. The blood pattern would be a fucking burst in the opposite direction that she got hit. Because the idea is that the vehicle would... push it all out in the reverse direction that the bus would be traveling. You know what I mean? And so they show an image like this, and so I guess it's entirely possible that there's more blood pattern behind that we just don't see. But for me, I don't know.
It's
maybe
interesting to bring this up, though. I think but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So there's a chance it wasn't a suicide, but what a terrible way to go.
There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle could have hit her without slowing down at all.
This is turning into quite the grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed.
Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard.
So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth.
That's true.
What the fuck? Can you point your finger? I mean, you don't have your camera on. Does your finger look like that? When he points his finger, it's very triangular. I'm pointing my finger and I'm trying to angle it so it looks triangularly like that, and it doesn't work. I think he just has really wide knuckles.
Could be. You think the driver is the one who did him in?
Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and the traffic bureau, right? His death couldn't have been His death wouldn't have covered things up.
You're right on that.
Also, he very clearly died of a fucking heart attack. What do you mean?
It's definitely a weird, like a weird type of death. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop.
Actually, now I think about it, they haven't actually done an autopsy yet, right? Because he only died. Yoshimi only died yesterday.
Yeah, would have been.
Huh? Because he died. He died before even the first chapter happened. So that's interesting. It's interesting. So I guess we don't actually know if it was a heart attack. I just strongly suspect it was a heart attack because he was fucking clenching his chest.
It appears. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch of times over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too.
Good thinking. Hopefully that'll give us some more leads. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Never mind, we're talking about him again.
Remember the girl Yoshimi met with the other day? He died? One Hitomi Okuda. Community safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand.
Not even an address?
Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Well, she was possessed, right?
Hitomi? We don't know that. I genuinely think it's just
didn't Mio say she exorcised her?
Yes, yeah, that's true, but that was a while ago, wasn't it? She would have been back home by now. Like, I think what they're implying here is just that Hitomi is like a pseudo runaway because she doesn't like being at home.
Yeah, that's it. She still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there.
Yeah. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now, but she could be a key witness. Can we have community safety tracker down for us?
We can ask, but it may be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Kamagata High School is closed today.
Because of the teacher that died?
That's right.
I mean, that's pretty fair. All right, but if it's not something we can do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. Jesus Christ.
I got some information about Yoshimi's fiance for community safety. Her name is Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. We've never seen that name.
No.
Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But...
Are we not gonna see?
But...
Oh boy, here it comes. But what?
Community safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response, dead silence, MIA.
There it is. Can things just be easy for once? Okay. Oh!
It's her!
Okay,
so,
well there you go.
She's our missing piece.
There's the final person on the cover. I'm not gonna lie.
She wants to bring Beyonce back, Zach.
I mean, I guess so, but like...
She could have a curse stone now.
She could have a curse stone. That's true.
It makes sense for her to... It
makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Also, wait a minute. Give me a second. Where was she? She was God, what was her name?
It was like Mayu. There it is, right there. Stop.
Mayu.
He did real good for himself.
Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Incredible. You landed Mrs. Incredible. No, I was gonna, because I was looking like, how did they try to convey that this woman is like beautiful or whatever, right, within this game's art style? And I'm just kind of like flipping through some of the other characters, and genuinely, I think they just gave her a lot more detail. Like, because if you look at her, like,
her eyes are really
like,
pretty,
her eyes and her eyebrows and her hair have so many more, like, fine detail to them. And I think that's how they, like, convey that, like, oh, this person's supposed to be, like, beautiful or whatever. Not saying that she's not. I'm just saying I think that's how they kind of, like, subtly imply it.
I think her eyelash ratio to the rest of it and, like, the lightness of the eyes and stuff, it just stands out.
It does, certainly does. Also, only one who's wearing like actual jewelry, I think. That doesn't count.
Well, these are all students, so
Right. I'm trying to
wouldn't
flip to an
normally.
adult, but there's only like 3 adult women in this game.
Hey, triangle.
Triangle Girl does in fact have what do you call it? That's true.
Earrings.
Oh, and
He's got earrings.
storyteller. That's true. Very
There
true.
we go. We got some.
All right. It's definitely starting to look suspect. Crime of passion, perhaps?
It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. But Yoshimi was well liked, and they had been together for over 10 years. Wow.
You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors.
I mean, I guess so.
Just like how I killed my wife. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario, too. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancé as well. She could be in danger.
You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Okay, Najima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Najima. But so far, we haven't received any word.
Guessing he wasn't at home or at work.
About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. Ooh.
You serious? So we have no idea where he lives.
It gets worse, boss. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit.
Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that? That actually is ridiculous. What the fuck is the police department doing?
Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. So the person did go to his house,
But never checked
But
on
never
his
checked in
actual
work.
status of work. Which is
Yeah.
also a big no-no, because this guy is a former serial killer.
Yeah.
Hey man, I know you disappear for like 7 to 9 hours a day, but I'm not gonna check on that because I trust you, former serial killer.
He also said he'd lost track of Najima when he moved to a new place.
Jeez, that's just sloppy.
I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons.
Will you listen, author? I know how you feel about criminals, but you don't need to put it here. I know they're cops talking, but still.
Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked.
So Najima got to fuck about. Unsupervised. God damn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse or insanity, whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth.
He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down.
He's the fucking janitor, dude! Can I just type into the thing janitor and just incept the idea into their mind?
That explains why he so
Oh my
brazenly
god,
made
Saba.
contact.
The kids even said that the janitor lives at the school.
Oh, he lives there?
Yes,
Oh.
fuck. It's so obvious. That asshole, he's mocking us.
Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name. The paperwork to oh, it's being filed. Okay.
It's being filleted. That's gonna take way
Filleted.
too long.
Fillet of
We have
fish.
until dusk.
Speaking of Najima,
Yeah.
did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible.
Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either.
That's no good. Does that mean she never came home? Why weren't you the one trying to reach her?
Shut up. Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright?
Dang, she really doesn't trust you, huh?
Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but but I got her to agree.
I guess that explains why you got divorced. I mean, what do you mean? Why was she reluctant? Apparently, there's a serial killer out for, like, her father. Who's talked about her.
I think the implication there is that the daughter just hates her dad so much that that the mom is like, I don't know.
That's stupid. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Dejima do it?
Former, eh? That cuts deep.
Yikes. Sorry. Just kind of slipped out.
Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his cursed echo.
Back on topic already, huh?
He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. Hold on.
Holding?
Can the one-sided read only kill women?
Not sure.
Because the only person that we have seen actively die from the one-sided read cursed echo, I guess two, because technically in the story, it's a woman who gets like stabbed to death, like gets her arm and leg chopped off, right? And then
we saw Mio die.
And then we saw Mio get killed. Actually, and then we got killed as Yoko, or Yako, and Yako is also a woman. I'm just wondering if the one-sided
sure.
I'm just wondering if the one-sided read is insane and allows you to just kill women whenever you want.
If you're maybe obsessed with them, which I don't know if that's a factor, but maybe this guy's a serial killer, so he's maybe got an obsession.
Maybe he's just obsessed, period, and that's enough to qualify.
Yeah,
right?
Being obsessed. Yeah.
It may even allow him to act from a distance.
I see.
The
clearly
one-sided
it can't be
read.
too much of a distance, right? Because we heard scissors. We heard something.
We heard
scraping,
scissors.
metal.
We did hear scissors. Very true. But once again, wasn't it that was the giant creepy face though that we saw? Remember when I got spooked out by the giant scary face?
And it was a girl. It was a girl that we were seeing.
Well, what the fucking cursed echo was.
Yeah, so the cursed echo is the person who ends up dying, right? So that makes sense that we saw a girl.
Yeah. You know.
And she's like, I'm gonna take revenge on... Wouldn't it make sense that she wanted to take revenge on guys, though, instead of women?
Maybe. Unless I mean, to be fair, a big aspect of this game is the idea that stories get changed over time to fit, like, cultures and stuff. It's entirely possible that it was a woman killing another woman. And they just changed it over time because they were like,
maybe it was a jealous woman. Maybe this person actually, there's like two women in this scenario, like one who likes the guy and the other woman is with the guy, and this jealous one kills the other one. That could be something. Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up.
All right. One of the more one of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries.
That'd be pretty messed up as well. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it till we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation?
The music fucking kicked in. Hell yeah, dude. All right, give me a quick second. Wow, just to give my fucking voice a break, I want to turn on...
Are you watching streams, Zach?
I'm watching mine.
Okay.
Are you cheating by having your stream open twice?
I kind of have to, yeah. I'm trying my hardest. I just want to finish this stupid affiliate thing and be done with it, and then I don't have to watch myself ever again.
Stop cheating.
It's just
cheating.
I am, but like, who actually cares? Let's be honest.
Twitch, when I report you. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to. I want to put the.
I don't have enough devices. If I could be self-sufficient, I would. I don't have enough devices to do so.
I used to have this like little bit of text that.
Put the music.
I used to have this little bit of text that would say hello. Oh, is it there now? Hello? Did I fix it? Oh, I kinda did. It's just really hard to see. Okay, give me a second.
Sure, I'm just I just put some music up, so it's very nice. It's got a spooky vibe to it, and it's called Autumn Town.
Why not just have the music from the video game?
I can't because you clicked off.
That sounds like a you problem.
Unfortunately, it sounds like your computer problem because I'm connected to your computer.
You're to my computer? You know you could like buy a video game. That would be There you go. I think that looks great. There you go. How's that, since you're not watching my stream?
I'm sure it looks great, Zach.
Why?
Everything you do is fantastic, so I think it'll be okay.
Good job proving my point. You fucking dickass.
I don't know. You're the only one who hears sarcasm in my tone of voice. I don't know what to tell you if you don't believe me when I'm being nice.
Dickass. Oh, actually, I do need to adjust it slightly.
I think a little to the left.
Yeah, that's what
I actually...
I think that's good. All right, we're back.
Okay, turning off music. Okay, we could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda or to Michio Shiraishi's house to find out more about her.
What do you think? Should we try to find Hitomi, or should we go to the new location that we haven't seen yet?
The thing is, I don't know if time will pass.
Oh,
well,
shit.
Never mind, I guess.
Fancy sushi! Do you want to continue with the cops for now?
Yeah, let's do that. I want to see if we can see Hitomi with them. Yeah. Hitomi.
I want to go to Michio's house
You wanna
because
go
we haven't
her?
done this yet. This is a
Okay.
location we straight up have not gone to, whereas we've gone to the high school multiple times.
Zach wants something new.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair thing to want, right?
Yep.
Dude, this fucking music.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Fantastic.
The music is
We're having
so
a lot of fun
good,
here.
man.
We're having a lot of fun.
Remember when this was like a horror game?
Yeah, but, like, have you heard this music?
Exactly. Near the Shiraishi household.
Seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone.
I don't think that's a good idea at all. Aren't there fucking murderers everywhere?
Strangers like us walking something, it feels like old Tokyo.
Does it not update? Oh, it does.
This place is pretty crazy.
It's very nuts, dude.
It's just like this weird alleyway. What's happening here?
But so two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs.
But look at that backside. It looks pretty.
Pretty thick. All right. Sure, let's go.
All right, I'll go check the house. Bye. Laters. You think we'll encounter like a person? Never mind, he's back.
Oh, you're back.
That was fast. No luck, boss.
No one home?
Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but no one came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. Break in. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into the mailbox. Break in.
So it's been a while since they've been here.
Looks like no one's home right now.
Okay, so this is just a comeback later. Got it. All right, well, to the high school.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Very nice. I'm Batman, you're Robin.
I can't have Batman voice, so I think it has to be that way.
I'm Batman.
Here we are, Kumagata High. Classes are spent for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly.
What the fuck?
Let's
have them
find
go
her.
home.
The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. God, I love the word. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Rubbernecking. Don't do it, kids. This place isn't only connected to the... it's also the site of the Fool's Procession. Seems a likely place to find clues. Is there something about my shirt? Don't tell me I stink. I smell good, I think.
Damn it.
Maybe?
I was gonna fucking, I was gonna try to grab the audio clip of Saba going, I stink!
Come on, got a gymnasium. A lot of buildings are made out of wood.
Can I? Oh, right, yes. I was like, can I look around?
School gate is locked while forensics investigates the scene. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later.
What do you mean?
Tommy!
He's not here.
Tommy!
Oh. Take it away, Saba.
The midpoint of the Showa era saw a marked increase of delinquency among young people. A wave of violent incidents targeting teachers as well as students and often involving weapons consumed the nation's middle and high schools. Dang. Bosozuka motorcycle gangs also enjoyed their heyday around this time. Japanese arrest rates reached a historical peak during this period, and pompadoured Yankees and females sukeban delinquents became a common sight on the streets. This youth rebellion is often framed as a reaction to universal education policy or the pressure of highly competitive entrance exam. But its causes are likely manifold, extending far beyond the deficiencies of the educational system.
Sure. I can see that. I don't know. Okay.
All right, speaking of the schools.
What is it?
You said paranormal affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? Hell yeah, she's like, yo, what if we team up? Zach, what if we all become one big group? That'd be cool.
Except for Haruwe, who I'm pretty sure is evil.
Oh no, sorry. I meant with the high school girl because we don't know them,
With
right?
Like we could definitely team up with Mio and Yako, and then we could even team up with Dr. Jojo or whatever his name is. But like
Jojo.
Yeah, Jojo. But we definitely can't team up with Haruwe because she's murdered.
I think Haruwe would just be like, no, I'd rather not.
You're a cop.
A lot of the people
cops.
involved in this case, a lot of people in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us.
For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor.
Who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to
I'm
shine.
gonna punch you. When do you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are.
Bummer. I wonder if there's anyone who can help us scout out the area.
Suspend!
Oh, we can't do anything with these guys then.
Because we literally have to wait. Well...
Okay, so we have to go...
Fantastic. Okay, cool. I wonder what we're doing now. All right,
I wonder where we have to go. Stream's over.
Life can
Victor
be
gathers
tough.
Information.
Life can be tough. What was the voice for Inspector Jojo again?
Is it slightly southern?
Slightly southern. Something like a little bit like this. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling?
No, it needs to be more exuberant because this is Jojo, man. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today.
Why do I have to have so much energy in how I talk, but you get to be like,
I'm sorry. Do you see how fabulous you look? I don't think you
You're
understand.
right. Thank you. Anyway. Oh my god, I just realized I'm Doug Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome.
I'm Richter Dimmadome.
Owner of the Dimsdale Dale
the Hunjo
Dimmadome.
Dimmadome. How's your curse stone looking?
I haven't felt anything since sunrise.
Interested. It's possible that its powers can only be unleashed at night then.
That aside, why are you so late this morning?
Why are you looking at me with your fucking snake eyes? Fucking horrible, viperous snake eyes. There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done with what limited time I had.
Very well.
Did
Let's
my eye
talk.
get larger since the last time
More
we talked?
beautiful and vibrant, you mean?
Remember what I said about, like, oh, this person's supposed to be attractive, so they put more details on? He's the only other character that has the under eyes, the under eyelashes.
He is amazing, okay?
God, I love Richter so much.
He's looking a bit tired. He must have been up all night investigating.
This is what this motherfucker looks like, tired.
Like a work of art. Of course. Okay, wait, yeah, check around. Is there any stickers,
one!
Zach? Stickers.
It's like fluttering through the air.
Look deeply.
I don't think there's any around
Thoroughly.
here.
Wasn't there one to like the right? I thought
Yeah,
we
but we already
potentially
got that one. It was up
found
there.
this. Yeah. I guess there's nothing right now.
Yeah.
Pollution,
Sad.
sadness.
Mansion. Mansion. Entrance. Surroundings. Pavement. Victor.
Beautiful man.
By the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
And what's that?
Our current plan is to steal a cursed stone. That's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes. That seems insane, Richter? Fucking, if the person already has enough soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection,
Why would they choose you over like resurrecting like one of
yeah,
their
like
people?
if they did it, that means that they have someone they want to resurrect, and they've already dedicated so much time and effort to doing so.
Oh?
Ma'am, how did you do that with your irises? How is it that your irises are physically smaller on your eyeball?
I mean, I suppose that would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible?
So long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you'd expect.
Compensation.
You are rich as fuck, ma'am.
That is true.
Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigimas, would it?
Of course. Why, any amount would be fine if it gets the job done.
Hey, you know how you're super rich? Do you think that you should leverage that wealth in order to rob someone else of seeing their loved one again? I agree.
Well,
Let's
don't
move
forget,
forward.
we don't even know. This rainmate just killed people, so we don't know.
Well, didn't you say that you remembered that? Was that when Okie did it at the end of his timeline?
Yeah, he just died.
He just died, right?
Yeah.
I love the idea of like, all right, to perform this ritual, you have to collect 100 soul dregs, and then upon doing so, it turns your soul into soul dregs, and then this ancient warlock takes them. It's like, fuck, dude.
I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back with the ransom.
Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. Okay.
Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind?
Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been proactive about collecting soul dregs. Did you see the news this morning?
No, I haven't.
Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in the area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Hanjo serial killings.
Serial killing.
Serial killings. It's gathered quite some attention
cereal.
on the streets.
Oh my. E3?
That's what I
three,
thought.
lady. How many were you expecting?
Well, you know, that was the thing, is that they knew that there was at least 7 mysteries, right? So genuinely, it's actually a little surprising that there's only 3. I don't think this is her saying that she was hoping for more than 3. I think she's just like, really? 3?
That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul dregs. And for what those cursed stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. With this little activity all through the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch.
What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection?
There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has gathered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action.
And then we offer them the deal.
So literally exactly what Seinfeld was doing earlier. None of the curse bearers seem very proactive. I wonder if this situation could be what the mastermind who kicked it all off intended.
Now that's an interesting theory. You think there's someone behind this all?
You mentioned earlier an agonized voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the stone. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in the area on purpose, and they are likely after the rite of resurrection as well.
Oh, right, because they don't know about the Feast of Souls, right? The Feast of Shadows?
Yeah. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers?
You got a sharp mind, ma'am. Though
No way. You think it's Triangle Lady?
What on earth makes you think that it's her?
Because she doesn't really have a curse, but she's
Well,
looking for people who
we don't
do
know
have
that
the
she
curse.
does or doesn't.
You don't think she has a curse?
I actually do think she has a curse.
You do.
Personally, I do think that she has a curse because there's still 2 that are completely unaccounted for, and she's one of 2 characters that have artwork that that don't have anything yet. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I guess there's the wife now too, so I guess that's not true. I guess the wife might also be in there somewhere.
Hello, Phoenix Fire.
Though it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dregs if they were after the rite, this would be very risky, since as a curse bearer, they themselves would become a target.
So it'd actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearers moved less aggressively.
That's right. But despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. If the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul... Oh, what the fuck? What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dregs themselves?
Telling you mean their intention was also to steal the souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start?
Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is the safer course of action, which is why I figured it's best for us to attempt the same strategy.
So, how should we do it?
Man, I like the idea of all these different people coming to the same conclusion of like, let's let other people do the work. Right? And
Well, that's why I thought of that's why I thought of like
Triangle Girl.
Triangle
Yes.
Lady.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my reasoning.
There's still reason to suspect that the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from wherever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, we have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers.
How do you suppose we do so?
At this point, all we can do is search.
If there's a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs, can we be sure there even is a rite of resurrection?
Good question. Fucking face. Fucking face. Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. I am pretty confident that that is in fact the case. I think that the quote-unquote mastermind that they're referring to, by the way, is that sorceress that we read about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's her. I think she's like essentially a warlock who's been living off the rite of resurrection for like thousands of years. Or hundreds, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing it might be for naught, do you want to give up, ma'am?
Jesus. Never.
Understood. After all, we never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. It's like Santa Claus. Or Gandalf. Or Abraham Lincoln. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them. But I only managed to get detailed information
Because
on 2.
he knows. I wonder if it's the 2 officers, because he actually knows them.
Wouldn't that be really
Quick.
funny?
I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire.
I appreciate the flattery. By the way, 100% JoJo post. I double checked the last time we saw this. This is literally a JoJo post from the manga.
Amazing.
First, there's Ayame Tano, the girl we talked to before she,
Triangle lady.
yeah, Triangle Girl. Though she isn't a curse bearer herself. Okay, so she's not. She's a student attending T University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midoricho Park. Wait, isn't that the
Midoricho.
canal? Isn't that the Whispering
Midoricho.
Canal?
Maybe. Not sure. You even determined
Saba never
something.
fucking knows anything.
Something.
Saba never knows anything. Zach is always the one who has to like look it up.
Not this. I don't think I saw the word anywhere here.
Huh.
That was just her memory.
Alright, I don't know why. Alright, well. I could have sworn that was the park, but whatever.
You're not to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire.
I called every single university with ukiyo-e in their curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place. To check up on her place on the way here. It doesn't seem like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble.
Didn't you attempt to follow her last night?
I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She's shook.
She's
me.
crazy. Crazy.
What do you mean crazy? That's not
She's
what,
crazy.
That's not what shook meant.
No, I know. I'm saying she's like, she knows how to throw off an investigator extraordinaire.
She's
Okay,
just psychotic,
cracked.
all right?
She's crazy. She is diabolically evil.
Yeah, nothing's happened. She's just a fucking narcissist. I couldn't keep
Telling
track
you.
of her.
And here I thought you were investigator extraordinaire.
Now don't go fucking making no assumptions, all right? That's not fair. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She is planning to steal the cursed stones just like us. It's best we act carefully around her.
Like, why is she so confident that they will give you, or like the people
Because
will
she's
give
a
her
fucking
the cursed stone?
narcissist, Saba. That's what narcissism is. You think that you deserve stuff just by
She's
existing.
just relying on narcissism. Okay, well,
If
unless she's got, like, magic.
if she in fact has clinical narcissism, yes, she straight up believes that she will walk up to a curse bearer, be like, "Hey, this is who I am. I'm gonna talk to you for a bit. Give me the stone," and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, here you go," because that's how narcissists act, you know.
Saba, we had a fucking narcissistic president for 4 years. You should recognize how this shit works.
Unless she's got, like, I don't know, powers and can just, like, force people.
I mean, that's entirely possible, but at least Richter doesn't believe that she has a curse stone, so.
Yeah.
She has the power of triangles, and that's about it. Next is the tall man who was dressed in black. I met him near Kinchochochocho. He stood out
Conchicho.
with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him.
Impressive.
What can I say? He works as the secretary. Oh, this is business henchman.
Yes.
The Hihaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Hanzhou, correct?
Yes, they've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown significant growth.
I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She seems to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assumed she'd want her factories running at full capacity. But with the harsh restrictions against industrial waste, a lot of the factories with older equipment had to be shut down.
That's right, even 10 years ago, there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river.
Most companies back then were more concerned with making profit than protecting the environment. What do you mean back then?
I think before we're talking about, like, you know, the
I know.
being polluted and stuff.
He's referring to the fact that the city did like laws to, you know, pass environmental stuff or whatever. I was making a joke about the fact that no company gives a fuck about the environment.
True.
I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters. But they hadn't. Oh, and he's literally explaining why he was late as well, by the way, which is great. But they hadn't started for the day, so I should have better luck later.
Let's hope you will. Perhaps they're interested in seeing if the right would be beneficial for their product research into beauty and skincare.
You know what's actually really?
I don't know.
You know what's actually really tough here? It's actually really hard to read this text because he's wearing all white.
A little bit.
It's actually quite hard for me. Like right around here, I start being able to not really be able to read it, and I keep jumping back and forth. No, I think the chairwoman wants the magical ability to instantly murder people, a la the Death Note, so that way she can murder all the politicians that are quote unquote like robbing her of her profits. I think that's her plan.
Wow.
Well, she's a woman and a businesswoman, so that's a double.
True.
Bad.
Continue.
Why are you rushing me so much?
Because I want to make sure we get.
Do you want to make sure what?
We play the game.
Explain yourself, Saba, in detail.
No. Keep going.
Ha! Now that's an interesting thought. Oh my god, this fucking topic has to end. This is longer than the fucking previous conversation with the detective. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night.
This one seems to be out collecting soul dregs, right?
Indeed. I couldn't get a good look at him, though, and I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. That's the professor.
It's a shame.
But I can make an educated guess.
Oh?
You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the Rite of Resurrection? The one that lives near here? His name is Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was very similar in stature.
Oh my, even he's involved? How awfully suspect.
Considering his
Considering
it's you.
Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair?
That's what I was just thinking, actually, was that it's entirely possible that he started the Rite of Shadows or whatever, the Feast of Shadows. I think it is possible, yes. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being. Safety first.
Understandable.
Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him.
Wonder what exactly in this conversation we're going to discover that leads us to be able to continue the other conversation, like the other timeline.
I think that this is going to influence the girls, who are then going to have Mio join up with the cops. I think that's what's going to happen. Because the last thing I remember with the girls was that they were in a very similar situation where like they were just waiting. So
yeah,
I prefer to ascertain who else is a curse bearer first. First, I'll return to Hihaku Soaps to see the Man in Black. Their headquarters are down on South Waluigi Street. Finally done. Jesus Christ. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. Oh shit.
It was identified
the person
as
was
the
identified
person.
as a school teacher. His name was John.
Do you think he was a curse bearer?
Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, this means two people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. That's true.
Just when we were getting somewhere.
It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi's residence. It'd be wise to pay a visit.
Understood. They haven't, none of us have met each other yet, right?
Correct.
None of the three people.
None of the three
What if we all
primary
converge
groups.
at the same time?
I mean, that would be cool,
Kind
I
of
think.
crazy.
It's the second time you've suggested that, but yes.
Zach, it'll be interesting. So there hasn't really been too many alternate pathways, right? Where like you end up dying and stuff. What if we all converge into one and then suddenly it'll branch out into a lot of different potential death scenarios?
It could be interesting. And I think I would really enjoy that, but I would sincerely hope that that's like the end of the game. If that happens. Yeah. In addition to the three victims associated with the Honjo serial killings, there's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda Gardens. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they're bound to inspire strange rumors.
But those last two have nothing to do with the Seven Mysteries, no?
It's true. Both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved even with those killings.
How?
I don't know. Do I look like a fucking psychic? What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the Seven Mysteries curses?
What if you had to kill some people first?
I mean, it's probably. I mean, it could just.
Shadows?
It could just be. Well, remember. I was gonna say, remember the cop gave talismans to both Hitomi and Michio, but the talismans were literally just fabric bags that had the wooden figurine
block
in it.
It's a wood block, but yeah.
I mean, I know you said wood. I know you said wood block, but
it says a wood block.
Right, but fucking Hitomi has the fucking the thing though, and she said that she got it from the talisman.
Whatever. Yes, a wood block inside talisman. Whatever, just keep reading.
Well, then stop arguing with me.
Well, I'm right, so it's okay.
You're not though, which is typically the case. Can we really assume there? Yes, it is. The Indiana Jones ride would not be a good movie.
It would be. Shut up and keep talking.
No.
Keep talking.
Can we really assume that they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it'd be easier if it were connected to these curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily.
It definitely seems like a supernatural thing with him.
Yes.
You seem to know a lot about this.
I suppose we aren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. Well, yeah, I remember he was a former... Because Inspector Jojo was in training to be a cop with the same group as Jin and Yoshi. So it makes sense that the three of them would be like friends, I guess.
I feel bad. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind.
You're right. If we wish to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. We might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want to do? You still can't use your cursed stone. Taking a walk should be a fine place to start.
We're not a lie detector anymore, right? At least with the detective, because it doesn't work.
He already said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself.
In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. Alright.
What places have stood out the most? We have a...
I can't go to the...
Midoricho Park was,
Oh, this is the Taiko place.
Yeah. And
My
then,
bad.
so... Taiko...
Is South Waluigi Street the fucking headquarters? I think it might be.
I don't remember. Kamagata High School is the only one I kind of like. The one's just a park and that's a road, I guess. Yasui.
Yeah, look, it's the Soap's headquarters.
Hmm.
The Hihaku Soap's headquarters are on the other side of South Waluigi Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but appears things are opening up and running now.
Oh my god, don't forget to look around.
Good point. Papa, take it away.
A chemical producer that ranks 4th largest in the domestic detergent market and 7th largest in the cosmetic market, from its humble beginnings as a small soap factory established after the war in 1946, founder Natsue Yamamori utilized her feminine perspective as well as its well-timed economic boom to boldly lead the company into new markets. Even as the market grew crowded with the industrialization of Sumida City, the company continued to expand, digging its roots deeper into the area. In particular, it established itself as a household name by focusing its branding towards the rapidly expanding convenience store market. Its flagship product now include cosmetics, detergent, soaps, shampoo, and more. The company name Hihaku can also refer to kasuri, a type of patterned fabric.
Neat.
Coolio.
Oh,
There's the leader.
It's...
Natsue is the former president of Hihaku Soaps, a large chemical company. Though she retired from her position 2 years ago, she still wields great influence over the company from her position as chairwoman. Recently, there have been rumors about her possessing strange and powerful magic abilities, earning her the nickname the Witch of Hihaku. Ooh. Prior to the war, Natsue enjoyed working her dream job as a textile factory. She was forced to face the bitter reality of the world, however, when the factory was destroyed, always by a fire, during the war, and she was ordered to rework the fabric she had painstakingly crafted
yes,
into...
Saba, there were a lot of fire bombings in World War II, so it makes sense that there was a lot of fire.
I know, it's always a fire. Was ordered to rework the fabric she had painstakingly crafted into something more suitable for blue-collar work. Witnessing the rise of the popularity of Western-style clothing in the post-war period, Natsue left the textile industry. However, not to her past can be seen in her company's name, with Hihaku being another name for kasuri, a type of fabric. Having long been dissatisfied with the soap supplied at the textile factory, Natsue saw a business opportunity to set up her own soap factory. Taking inspiration from imported soap brands, she developed a new product, gained good reputation. She's a shrewd businesswoman. She ran an aggressive promotional campaign on TV featuring a popular Japanese singer. Rapidly, it became a household name. There we go.
A lot of detail for random lady. Hey, I do want to point out, by the way, we now have an excess of characters and a deficit of echoes, unless it's true that there's 15 like there was rumored to be said.
Yum, yum. Hopefully nothing happens. You mentioned that Takumi has a secretary. He's probably acting on her orders. Negotiating may be difficult.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, look around first. There has to be a sticker somewhere.
I can't look super.
Sticker! Zach!
What?
I'm sad. There
What
has to be
fucking
a sticker.
Stop yelling at
But
me.
there Can't believe it. It's a bit away. story of the ever-burning lantern and foot-washing mansion.
Actually, I think these two are
Quite
actually the
lively.
least informed.
Warigasui refers to waterway dug down the
Partitioning
middle of the
dick.
road. So divided as the dawn of the Edo period. The Hanjo district was little more than a collection of suburban rice farms. As the area became more developed, the South Warigasui was excavated in order to drain rainwater into the Yokojiken River to the east. Though it served the people long and faithfully, it was converted into an underground culvert at the beginning of the Showa era. In the present, no trace of it remains on the surface, but the street that bears its name.
Okay. Again, kind of interesting, I guess.
He tells me he barely slept last night, but he looks way too good right now, okay? This man needs to stop.
Maybe
Maybe
it's what separates him from the rest. All right. Well, it's not checked off yet, so I guess we're gonna expect this again.
Business is up and running. We see people.
All right.
That's
Let's talk
it.
to him. First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. It'd
he
be
may have
better
just
if I
handed
go
it off to
inside
her, you
the
know?
headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for some tea, perhaps. What? Really?
I can't even turn around right now, let alone look for a tea shop, okay?
I'm going in. I may be a while, so feel free to find somewhere to kill time.
Okay, good luck in there. Visual wipe of screen. He's back.
It's time to get you waiting. What was the point of that? I think that was straight up like a, hey, we don't want to make a new environment. we don't actually have the rights to take a 3D picture of the inside of this building, so...
How'd it go?
I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night, but it doesn't seem like he's a curse
I think
bearer.
he just handed it off. I think he just handed it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he has no connections to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we had a cursed stern of our own.
Excuse me?
The environment is just gray with a single plant. I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night. However, I guess this was me. This was me, right?
This was you, yeah. Just a lot of
You
you
say
talking.
your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I'm hoping you would hand over the cursed stone in your possession. Cursed stone? What are you talking about? Look at this silly face I'm
Also, he
making.
doesn't know.
There is no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there is no time for it. I had all the same reason you do to think you were a curse bearer last night. And your arrival here only confirms it. You are a curse bearer, no?
His eyes do not have light, but also he's not holding anything, so no.
You're
Technically
right.
not.
We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the cursed stone of the haunting clappers. I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, this conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it. That's a fucking lie. I don't know. I didn't know the soap business specialized in scrubbing curses clean. It is the prerogative of Mrs. Yamamori. Is that so? Assuming you've obtained the curse, you understand the power it involves, no?
Killing people is not nice.
Miss Yamamori
Akin to a
possesses supernatural powers akin to those of a soap god.
Soap god.
She also has a deep love for this land, having transformed it from the pile of dirt it once was to the home of our headquarters. You think she's the sorceress?
Maybe.
Would that be sick?
I mean,
if
her being described as like a god is kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, that's also him just like idolizing his boss, right? Potentially, but like, what? You're right. What if he's being literal? Like, what if she's literally that fucking sorceress from like so long ago, and and that's why she's just kicking around, dude. That's why she has magic powers and shit. She cannot stomach the fact that it is now the site of these curses run rampant. So you're telling me that the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch? She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There's a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamyodo, who's gallantly working behind the scenes, exorcising spirits and the like. Go on. That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand the urgency of this matter?
Dead person came back to life.
Don't know. These are curses we're speaking of, tools which are used by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable action. If you truly